The recently released Nixon report exposed extensive exploitation of the visa system, but it's not the first review to do so. What actions are the Albanese Labor government taking to tackle the very serious issues in the migration system?
Excellent question.
Give the call to the Minister for Home Affairs and the Minister for Cybersecurity.
Thank you so much, Speaker, and could I thank the member for Bean for his excellent question. I've spoken to the House this week about the Nixon report and its findings about the serious and systemic failures in our migration system. To remind the House, Christine Nixon, a former police commissioner, reviewed our migration system and found that the system was being used to perpetrate some of the worst crimes there are: sexual exploitation, human trafficking, and that things were so bad that Australia had become a target for organised crime as a result. And she found that the root causes of this problem were delay and a profound lack of enforcement, overseen by the opposition leader who sits opposite me now. Now, what we know, Speaker, is that the opposition leader cannot claim to have not known about these problems while he was minister, because there was report.
The minister will pause. The member for Deakin will leave the chamber under 94A. When you're told to cease interjecting, that's the time to cease interjecting. The minister in continuation.
Thank you, Speaker. The opposition leader can't claim to have not known about these problems because while he was minister, he received repeated reports that told him some variation on this subject. In 2016, the Senate Education and Employment References Committee published a report simply called "A National Disgrace: The Exploitation of Temporary Work Visa Holders." The opposition leader did nothing. In 2017, a study from the University of New South Wales exposed exploitation of temporary migrants. The opposition leader did nothing. In 2018, the Fair Work Ombudsman released findings of a 4-year inquiry showing widespread non-compliance amongst employers. The opposition leader did nothing. In 2019, the former Assistant Minister in the Home Affairs portfolio, the member for Latrobe, oversaw a report and said himself, organised crime and illegitimate labour hire companies are using immigration loopholes to bring out illegal workers who are often vulnerable and open to exploitation. This represents an orchestrated scam that enables these criminal elements to exploit foreign workers in Australia. The opposition leader did nothing. Speaker, 5 reports in 6 years, all of them ignored by the opposition leader, who refused to do the hard work to fix this system. Instead, he focused his energy and attention on building a completely hypocritical public reputation on being a tough guy on our borders, when he was absolutely the opposite. Speaker, we are taking a different approach.
Order. We
are taking serious action because we are serious about this problem. Now, this work is going to take a bit of time, but I can tell the parliament we have done so much already. We've rebuilt the immigration compliance section in our department. We've given new powers and funding to those that regulate migration agents. We've invested an additional $50 million in making sure people follow the rules. Speaker, the Nixon review is a 44-page indictment on the opposition leader and the incompetent way he managed our borders. I spoke yesterday about one case where a criminal walked into our country and set up an exploitation ring, just as he had done in another country. The opposition leader let him into Australia and let him stay, bouncing from visa to visa to visa. Well, our government kicked him out and put a lifetime ban on him ever returning to our country.
The minister's time has concluded.